Okay, hi guys. How are you guys tonight? I need my iPad to be a co-host. If someone can help me with it. And how's everyone tonight? Give me a 777 if you're okay. Lucky seven, right? They always say 777. Yes, yes. Keep them coming in. Okay, that's good. So, anyone here tonight is ready for health? Raise your hands. Wow, I like the thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. So, thank you, Daniel, for the introduction. And I'm going to share my slides now. Somehow, I can share my slides. Yes, thank you. Okay, and if you see my slides, you give me a 888. Do you see my slides now? Give me a 888. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, so let me ask a question here before I get started. How many of you is interested in nutrition? I know it's a silly question, but can you rate from 1 to 10 how much importance is nutrition to you? Can you just type a number? Okay, okay. Great, great. Wow, 10. 10 out of 10. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. So, to keep things short, okay, so let's start, okay? Let's start. So, I think today every one of us uh, we know the importance of health. We know the importance of staying healthy and keeping updated on health. But not many people know the full picture. How many of you agree with me? Say I. Everybody's muted, so I can't see. Anyway, I only can see 5 screens running. So, anyway, tonight I'm just going to give a simple introduction by myself. I graduated as a double degree, double major holder. Way back then, I was studying nutrition dietetics, and also in Monash, I was studying nutrition and dietetics and also big data in Melbourne Uni. So back then it doesn't make sense 15 years ago, 20 years ago, but now it makes sense, right? Like these two things collide and it's very, very important, which actually catapulted me into starting my own health community. And we've been running this health community since 2016. Actually, by end of this year, next year will be our 10th year anniversary. Yeah, and we were featured by Men's Health to talk about the importance of movement and also making it a community thing. Then next, I went to further my studies into genetics and get genetic practitioning. And you see the guy that does all the genetic works, and we send our samples all to Australia to get the lab report coming back and analyze from big data to tell you in the next 3 years to 5 years would you get cancer, next 10 years to 20 years would you get diabetic. And all these things, we all do it based on AI and science, big data and science, and of course from your genetic. Then, of course, I also went for courses and also conferences, health conferences, where I met Dr. Walter Longo. Uh, Dr. Walter Longo is actually an Italian scientist, but more importantly, he studies on the longevity diet. If you all follow this Netflix series called Live to 100, he's one of the main doctors there and talks about Blue Zone. How many of you know Blue Zone? Give me a 777. Yeah, 777. Blue Zone. Blue Zone is actually for people that actually can live more to 100. So there will be like Okinawa, there will be like Mediterranean, there will be all these places, and why they are living so long. How many of you want to live long and healthy? Not live long, live long and healthy. Give me a 666, like thumbs up. Right? Okay. And one more of my most recent teachers that I was studying for 5-day course is actually from natural therapist Barbara O'Neill, and she came up with this book called Sustain Me. How many of you seen her YouTube before or seen her information before? Give me a yes. Okay, this is very, very quiet. Okay, so anyway, don't worry. So tonight we're going to talk about all this direction, but in a more concise manner. So for the next 30 minutes, I hope that you can give some undivided attention, and hopefully you can benefit from tonight. Okay? So of course, we know that nowadays in Malaysia, since we're all in Malaysia now, yes? So in Malaysia, now we're having this silver tsunami. What do you mean by silver tsunami? That means all of us are getting older, but none of us want to get sick. But most of us are getting sick. How many of you can resonate with what I'm trying to say? Give me a 333. Right? Most of us don't want to get sick, but we are getting sick. And we are getting to become an aging population. And that's why when you can see by 2056, there will be only 3 doctors that can attend to 1 person. Compared to now, there's 6 doctors that can attend to 1 person, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So healthcare will be more and more expensive. How many of you think that hospital bill is cheap? I can afford it anytime. Right? But on the other hand, we are also getting younger and younger, the issues are coming in. So, my friends, today, I want to share with you the first concept is the uprising of something called sub-health. Sub-health means that you're not sick, you're not very healthy, you're in the middle. You have headaches. How many of you have headaches before? How many of you have bad sleep before? How many of you have cannot go toilet or having indigestion issues? Or how many of you have cold sweat or sometimes the heart palpitating, don't know what's the reason? Of course, if you see a handsome man or a pretty woman, that one is natural lah. But sometimes for no reason, you're just having like anxiety attack, right? And all these things are something called sub-health. Some people, they have brain migraine from here all the way here. And they went to go and do tests. Full body checkup. The report came out beautiful. Nothing wrong with you. But what happened just now? Was that painful? It was painful, yes? And that's why a lot of people, they disregard the pain because my report say I'm healthy. But I want to tell you, everyone, when you know that the report is showing is actually on sub-health or sickness most of the time, our report is always pointing to what type of sickness do we have. The sub-health always come from where? Our body. Our body is trying to tell us this reaction. Yes or no? Yes? But you see, the funny thing is when our body is trying to tell us all this reaction, do we regard it as something important or we don't care? And that's why our lifestyle and diet, we don't really care about it. Yes? So, this is the quote that I learned very, very true to my heart, is that we cannot earn the money beyond our level of understanding, right? Nor we can gain health beyond our level of understanding as well. Can you follow what I'm trying to say? Many people, they want to earn money, but if they don't understand, they cannot earn, yes? Same thing, health is also something we have to earn. And when we want to earn back, first thing is to have what? Knowledge. To help us to do it. And I'm so happy that everyone here tonight, you gave yourself this chance and this time to join us for this session. And we're going to kick off for the next 12 weeks for this learning session as well. So the first thing is this. There's 2 books that you have to master. Okay, I'm going to share about these 2 books tonight. The first book is called the Food Nutrition Book. So how many of you can resonate with this sentence? When the diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. But when the diet is correct, medicine is of no need. Yes? Yes, it's very important. But the question is this. In Malaysia, what is the number 1 hardest question? What's the hardest question? Hey, later eat what? Yes or not? Yes or no? How many of you resonate? Give me a 777. Right? And always when we have come to this junction, ayo, pening kepala. Right? But do we have poor eating habits and lifestyle? This is the first question I want to ask tonight. Okay, everyone? We know sub-health is happening. We know we have all this constipation, inflammation, some sore here, sore there, bad breath, and all these things, right? But this is what we're eating. High calorie, low nutrition stuff. So I believe a lot of us thought eating is just for the sake of eating. How many of you have this same misconception like I did previously? Give me a 444. We're just eating to survive. How many of you understand that, right? Eating to survive. So, what is the first criteria for Malaysians? Later eat what? What is the thing? First thing, of course, is what? Taste good. Right? Taste good? Yes. Okay, let's talk about it further. Right? Second, convenient. Where is it close to? Wow, drive so far to Banting. I don't want to go there so far. But real foodies, they still go, okay? Okay, so sometimes to have convenience, just down the shop lot. Just go and eat down there. How many of you resonate with this? right? We choose the food based on taste good. We choose the food that we taste on convenience. We choose the food based on economical. And this is one of the big things today nowadays as well. Many people, they choose like, oh, this is cheaper. Oh, that place, the roti canai, charge me $1.50. Here, charge me $1. I go to $1 one, right? Like 99 mat like that. Everybody want to go for something cheaper. But again, at the end of the day, this is not the real question this is not the real answer to answer our question earlier, right? Or sometimes it's cultural and variety. You know, we are so blessed in Malaysia to have so many different cuisines. How many of you resonate with that? Right? So many cuisines, from Indian food to Malay food to Chinese food to Italian food to Thai food to so many. We have so many range and variety. And one more thing is that we are going there for photo and video purposes. Got or not? Got or not? Some people eat the food just because it's more pretty to go to take picture with. Yes? And this is the part. How many of us ask this question? What should I eat today? What should I eat? What should I eat when I have headache? What should I eat when I tomorrow have a very important meeting that I need to do presentation? Like tonight, what did I eat just now? I just drank vegetable juice and also something light on white meat, for example. Very simple, very clean, very light, so that I can handle the stress that I'm having to talk tonight. As simple as that. So the question is this: what should we eat? Do you think it's important or not? Do you think it's important? Give me 888. Right? This is the question we should ask. But most of us always go for this category first. Yeah? So the question is this: did we take our 8 categories of nutrition today? What? There's 8 categories? Yes. There's protein. I believe some people know. The second is probiotic, or we call it prebiotic, we call it fiber. Third is vitamin. Fourth is minerals. Fifth is water. Sixth is actually healthy oil, healthy fats, number 6. Number 7 is carbohydrate. Number 8 is probiotics. These are the 8 daily categories of nutrition we should take. The word is called what? Daily. But the question is, first thing, like I said, Gerald, how can I do this? It's not convenient to have the grocery list to have 8 types of things in the plate lah. Yes or no? And nowadays, since 2020, we were updated with the food pyramid, the new food pyramid. This one, do you see on the corner here? The food pyramid of Malaysia 2020. So this is not what I say. This is by KKM. So all of us, we can see that if you see on the food selection, right? Usually the lowest base of the pyramid is usually, what do we have? What do we usually have? Carbohydrate, right? But now they are shifted up. Why? Because one of the things is that we have been eating a lot of food that is giving us a lot of carbohydrate output or input of carbohydrate. But this food, for example, can I ask a question? How many of you know wonton mee? Wonton mee got or not? Wonton mee, nasi lemak, roti canai, char kway teow, all this food, what are they in common with? They're very high carbohydrates, yes? And those food were created at our grandfather's time too. Now, my question is this: what are the foods? These are the foods that our grandfathers ate because their job, what was their job most of the time? A lot of hard work and labor one. Yes or no? And I remember my mom always, or my grandma say, you know, last time I used to walk to school. How many of you know what I'm trying to say? Walk to school. Go or not? Right? Walk to school, walk to pasar, walk to many places, even walk to work. And that's why they needed so many carbohydrates back then. But nowadays, what do? We drive to work. Yes or no? And somehow parking must park the nearest to the lift. Yes? Then we go up, we sit down, and we start crunching like a robot already. Crunching. Then lunchtime, stand up a little bit. Then go back and sit down. We'll be sitting the whole day. Do we need that much carbohydrates, my friends? Carbohydrates is for energy, right? For output. Some people, last time they used to go to, what they call it, the paddy field to work. Some of them go to the rubber estate to work. Some of them go to the quarry to work. Yes or no? That's why they need a lot of carbs. But nowadays, our food has not changed, but our job description and our lifestyle change. All of them, we don't need so much muscle now, but we need a lot of mental health, a lot of mental juice. And that's why we should change the food into more fruits and vegetables to actually help on clarity of the mind so that you can handle more stress. Your muscle is not stressing up, but your brain is stressing up, you know what I mean? And that's why we have to swap the food pyramid. But even we swap the food pyramid, do you swap your food? We don't. So why we don't? Because maybe first thing, like I said, awareness is not there yet. How many of you can resonate with me? Give me a 222. Right? So maybe it's true. Yeah, recently, nowadays, I start to realize that our work is not that taxing on muscle, but it's really taxing on stress lah. When they talk about stress, but you keep on adding carbohydrates, it's not helping the body to give you stress relief. Actually, padahalnya, if you are gluten sensitive, actually creates more irritability and stress inside the body. Okay? So, and do you know, my friends, when you eat in your mouth, inside and come out the other hole, okay? The other two holes, okay? One liquid hole, one is solid hole, all right? When you go in and come out, right, every food that I talked about just now has a function in the body. Has a function in the body to help you regulate. But my question is this, how many of us really pay attention to our food? Really, like I said, we always choose the food that we like to eat because of taste, economical, convenience, cultural, but never really choose what our body needs and what we are giving it. And therefore comes to this chart. Everybody following me so far can give me 555. In Thailand, 555 is ha ha ha. Okay, following me? Everyone following me? Okay, I want to lower my hand first. Why am I putting my hand up? Okay. So now we understand and establish one thing. Food and nutrition, is it important or not? Yeah, this is all lion answer lah. Maybe people say yes because they want to lion me again, okay? But we choose the food that we eat because it is what? It's useful, yes? It's useful to do what? It's useful to give us what? Performance, yes or no? Who wants performance in their life? Do you think performance is important in your daily job? In your daily task? Even to be a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a human being. Performance, is it important or not? It's important, right? But you see, when we want to perform more, do we eat more good food or not? Sometimes not really. Like just now, I came back from a conference. The conference was 8 hours to 9 hours long. What I see many people take, you know what many people take? McDonald's. They take Grab food, you know? And something easy on like taco or something like that. Shawarma or something so simple. But they need to perform to remember more things, yes or no? But the food, they don't change. And this is one of the reasons why, how come I listen, my brain go layang. It's because you don't have enough energy already. So let's say we want to say laugh. Do you think laugh is a performance of your body? Do you know if your nutrition is low, your laughter is, you can't even laugh longer than that. Or some people go home only laugh. They only catch a joke laugh at home. Why? Because delay. The brain delay already. They don't get the joke. So today, performance on laughter is already a very basic but very important performance. For example, sleep. Do you know that even sleep is a performance? Now, my question is this to you. When people cannot sleep, what do they do? Can anyone type some answer? Let's do an interaction. What does people do when they cannot sleep? Drink milk. Okay, that's a very nice way. Okay. Sleeping pill. Yes, a lot of people sought for that. Or they go for something special. You know, sleeping pill is supper, drink beer, get drunk, more alcohol, right? So you see, some people, if their performance is good, they sleep. They say, okay, honey, good night. They lie down on the bed. They sleep already. Wow, beautiful performance or not, the sleep. Good, right? And they wake up fresh one, not wake up still pening one. They wake up fresh. But today, you sleep, you wake up, you feel pening. Is your sleep performance good or bad? Not very good. And that's why you'll be wondering, I lie down on the bed. You're lying down on the bed to sleep is not to lose consciousness, it's to wake up and feel refreshed. How many of you understand what I'm trying to say? Sleep is to make you feel refreshed. Not sleep is to lie down there and lose your consciousness and you wake up feel tired, more than tired than before. But people that take sleeping pill, most of them after they sleep, they wake up next day still feel tired. Because the body is still telling you, I don't have the nutrition to perform, sleep. As simple as that. And that's why if we say the person is on sleep is healthy, is good, sleep performance is good, means the person is healthy. Sleep performance not so good is called sub-health. Cannot sleep, lose the ability to sleep. That's called sickness already. Yes or no? Right? But today, if we need to go and earn more money or do more presentation or meet more people or to be traveling, driving long distance, all this need more energy, right? Yes or no? I'm not asking you to win the Olympics gold medal, but we need to be very good to perform. And that's why we need a peak health. So my suggestion is that when you go through this session today and also the following 12 weeks, your idea is not to avoid sickness, not to run away from sickness, but is to find out how can I get healthier and get my peak health so that I don't need to worry about falling back to sickness. How many of you can follow what I'm trying to say? Give me a 999. Right? So you see, the way we think is that many people say, oh, I don't want to get high blood pressure. That's why they take the high blood pressure pill. But did they change their lifestyle to get healthier, eat the right nutrition, to actually help the body to get better, to have the ability to perform on handling blood pressure or not? That is my question. Do you get the logic? We should actually, while we are taking the medication, we are supposed to work on our lifestyle and nutrition to help the body get back the performance that it can do. Like people have indigestion problem. How many of you know people that have indigestion? Give me a 111, indigestion. Right? People, they feel bloated lah, they feel, like the whole stomach like balloon like that lah, all these things. Do you know sometimes it's because of less of digestive enzyme? Some people stomach acid not very good. Some people eat too fast. Some people drink too much water, drink too much cold water after their heavy meal. All these things can cause bloatiness, yes? So our goal is actually to help the body give back the nutrition like digestive enzymes. For example, you eat more not so ripe bananas, slightly greenish, or the slightly greenish papayas, or pineapple. All these are actually helpful to increase digestive enzymes. So all this, when you eat already, it's useful, therefore the performance will change, right? So have you seen people want to cry, but they cry, the eyes are red already, but still no tears? Do you know, I have seen a friend, he wanted to cry, a guy wanted to cry. He said, every time I cry, I feel very tired. I said, why? Of course, cry, we feel very tired, like emotional and everything, right? He said, because I cry, I try to cry, I have no tears one. And what did he subject to? You know what he do? He had to use replacement tears, like IMO and all these things, because the eye is very dry also. Cry also no tear. Now, my question is this. Can we eat tears? Can we have things to eat tears or not? Can we eat tears or not? We cannot eat tears, right? So what does the body actually need to do? They need this thing called metabolite. They need to convert. Convert. How to make the nutrition that you eat in useful is to convert. So first thing, we talked about this just now. If today we are not eating a proper meal, a 8 essential nutrition meal, we call it hidden hunger. And if today this one don't have, or this one don't have, this is the whole thing don't have, don't have. All these things today don't have. Do you see what I mean? Missing one nutrition can miss out the whole function. That's why we cannot perform. And that's why we also choose things to eat. I don't like to eat pineapple. I don't like to eat okra. I don't like to eat bitter gourd. Got these people before or not? I don't like to eat celery. Right? And some of them, I show them. How many of you here know what is artichoke? Artichoke. Do you know what's an artichoke? How many of you have tasted artichoke? How many of you eat artichoke? But artichoke is the one that maybe can generate certain nutrition in the body. For example, like just now I said, inulin, that actually helps the body to get good fiber for the prebiotic. But many people didn't know that. Or they didn't even know that this vegetable exists because the mother never teach. How many of you can relate? The mother never like to eat spring onion like my wife's mom. Okay. Anyway, my parents-in-law, my mother-in-law don't like to eat the spring onion. And that's why she never ordered any spring onion. My wife never really see spring onion until she was 15 years old. You can ask, the sister is also here. The mom will pick up all the spring onions. Right? And this is why when we miss out one element, sometimes the result can be detrimental. And that's why one of it is to have the conversion from the useful to make it perform, right? Second, we also need probiotics. Why? Why probiotics? So other than getting full nutrition, right? Some people eat the same food but don't get the result. Have you seen that before? I've heard before people that buy expensive ginseng. Very expensive ginseng. They buy already, they eat. Hey, how come the person got result, I don't have result? Have you get that experience before? Some of us here, I believe you have tried something called Double X, or you have tried something on Multivite or something. How come the person get result, I don't get result? One of the second reason is because of your probiotics. Your probiotics, each of your probiotic holds a recipe book. When you eat the food, they will help you take the food and chew on it and spit out and create a metabolite out to help you create your performance. Okay? So to keep it simple, I give you this example. Your gut health from all the food just now that you eat, actually through the gut health can support brain function, heart function, digestion function, immunity, weight management, anti-inflammation, energy, skin, everything. Because every one of these little guys are recipe books. Okay? So my question is this. How many of you here know how to make this dish called perut ikan? Perut ikan is a nyonya dish. Okay? Or very simple, how many of you here eaten kueh talam before? Eaten kueh talam before? Do you know how to make kueh talam? Not many people. Oh, you know, very good. I know how to eat, but I don't know how to make. Because I don't have the recipe book. You understand what I mean? And this is the problem. Because when we don't have the right probiotics, we cannot, even we eat the food, we cannot convert that the body can use to perform. And this is the problem nowadays. Why we are so lacking of good bacteria in the body? Why? And many people say, I need to balance my gut, right? Actually, it's 85% good, 15% bad. That's called balance. Not 50-50. Many people thought, oh, 50-50 can, or 60-40. No, 85% must be good bacteria, 15% must be bad bacteria. Because all disease begins in the gut. And this was said by Hippocrates more than 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years he already said already. So let me show you a short clip about this.
Diabetes,
coronary disease,
autoimmune diseases,
obesity,
cancer.
Pretty much all chronic diseases of the Western world are associated with a gut microbiome that is unhealthy.
The good news is we can actually heal our gut.
This class is an exploration of the universe inside you and how your gut impacts your mind, your body, and your life.
The microbiome is so integrated in all aspects of health, including mental health. We've realized that things like moods and behaviors can be dictated by the microbes in your gut, so we want to nurture them.
We actually harbor more microbes in our bodies than we have human cells. The question is, how do you foster diversity for better health?
Well, to me, the answer is fermentation. It smells so good. Kimchi is just this superfood. Everyone should know how to make kombucha because of how simple it is.
Put your hand on your belly now, take a deep breath in. That will change the habitat of the microbes. It's a mind-body technique. I'm Dr. Emran Meyer.
I'm Dr. Erica Sonnenberg.
And I'm Dr. Justin Sonnenberg.
I'm David Zilber, and this is Gut.
So gut health actually helps to do one thing. That helps break down your food and protects your body against harmful bacteria. It provides all these things to your healthy body overall management. So it's not just about digestion, my friends. It's about the recipe book that after you eat something important inside, the body can convert it effortlessly because you have the right bacteria. So today, how to cut down chronic inflammation. There's many issues nowadays with our environment, right? Can I share a video with you later on very quickly about what is the toxins that's hazardous in our life? And we need to increase just now the nutrition, the book of nutrition. Remember, 2 books we have to talk about today. Book of nutrition and book of gut. These 2 we're going to talk about today, okay? And also improve the gut health. And that's why all these things that is interrelated in our life, how does it help? So this is something we call it plastic toxic tofu. Let's check it out. 1 minute.
There is plastic fumigated tofu that is quietly feeding and poisoning entire cities. And I'm not being sensationalist because in this video, I'm going to prove it to you. We're visiting the global epicenter of toxic tofu, Surabaya. Thick, greasy smoke. It swirls in the heat and it looks like the village is full of tiny coal plantations, not food factories.
Guys, these factories behind me are making one of the most eaten foods here in Indonesia, tofu.
Here's the core issue. Making tofu at this scale requires a lot of heat. Massive boilers running non-stop. There's 1 person for each station. The deep frying is done by the women. The tofu arrives in those brine buckets, ready to be fried. And in the corner of every room is just a mountain of trash. This is, of course, the fuel. It's offcuts from the factories, unrecyclable plastics, wrappers, packaging, and it all gets scooped up by hand and fed into the burning fire beneath the oil. The tofu is then dropped in, handful by handful, until it becomes just this golden brown. Eventually, it's scooped out with a strainer that is universally made of the front half of a standing fan. A 2019 study looked into the effects of plastic fuel on Indonesia's food supply chain, and it focused on eggs laid by free-range chickens living near tofu factories. And the results were kind of insane. These eggs had the 2nd highest dioxin levels ever recorded in Asia. Studies have linked exposure to dioxins with all kinds of health issues. Cancers, heart disease, diabetes, messed up hormones. It is a long and really ugly list. Let's put this in perspective again. Eating just 1 egg from these areas would expose an adult to 70 times the European Food Safety Authority's tolerable daily intake for dioxins. And it doesn't stop there. The eggs are filled with other plastic-derived chemicals, SECPs, PBDEs, FPOSs. I don't even know what any of that stuff means. But what I do know is I don't want it in my food.
So my friends, because of all the toxins that's in our food system, whether you know it or not, we are eating it in. Sometimes the free-range chicken that they say, you never check where the free-range chicken is eating. Maybe they're packing right beside a pile of trash. There's a lot of plastic and they eat the plastic. They lay the egg, also got plastic one. Okay? And second, we have a lot of issues like, for example, leaky gut, dysbiosis, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So, example, if this teeth here and this teeth here, which one do you think, my friends, the food gets stuck more? 1 or 2? Can you help me give the answer? Which one gets stuck more of the food inside? 1 or 2? Right? So if you know that this thing is actually something like inside our gut as well. When we have leaky gut, like these joint junctions, we are not sticking just food there. We are actually letting bacteria, protein, chemicals passing through right into our blood barrier. And that's why we're getting a lot of inflammation. So all these things is affecting our body weight. You see, this is exactly the same thing. These 2 are twins. Both sisters have same identical genetic DNA makeup. But because one of the twin has bad bacteria more than good, and the one has more good bacteria than the bad, they eat the same food, high fiber, low fat diet. Then, same diet or healthy diet, the fat that has the bad bacteria become fat. But the good bacteria rat stayed slim. And the scary version is when they gave the good bacteria to the bad bacteria person, and the bacteria person, the bacteria rat ate, it became slim back. So actually, right, some people say, I breathe also become fat. It's not because you breathe become fat. It's because your microbiome in your body's programming. The recipe book, remember I say, the recipe book is causing you to gain weight, like it or not. Okay? Second, how your gut actually affects your glucose health. Good gut bacteria actually also helps on your handling of your insulin resistance, your insulin sensitivity. It helps you to manage your cholesterol. Your good gut actually helps you to manage your blood pressure. Your good gut actually helps you do food and diet absorption to efficiently break down food and to create something called short chain fatty acids. These are the things that help you do the fat sensitivity, the insulin sensitivity, everything that is in your body. So, my friends, your little guys in your body want you to win. But do you want you to win? Right? So how the gut actually affects our hormones, how our gut affects our sleep, how our guts affect our children's growth, how our gut declines as we age. So, we Malaysians are not eating enough vegetables and fruits. We all know that. Your nasi lemak only have that pitiful 2 dry piece of cucumber. Your wonton mee only have that 1 slice of vegetable, the kailan, and don't know the kailan how long already, and it's drizzled with oil. Yes? So today, there are so many foods, have you taken or not? Fermented foods, this is psyllium husk, this is artichoke, this is all this. There's so many vegetables and fruits we are not taking enough. And these fruits and vegetables are the one that actually help our probiotics to make more what? Recipe books. So that our body has the ability to handle any new food. That's why some people say, Gerald, you know, I can't even take cabbage now. I take cabbage, I feel bloated. My friend, it is not because the cabbage that is making you to bloat. It is your body losing the ability to digest it properly. That's why it bloats. Do you suddenly get what I'm trying to say? Some people say I cannot take too many eggs. Why I cannot take too many eggs? That's why we cannot take too many eggs. Oh, because I have uric acid. I said God didn't create the egg to make you to have uric acid. It is because our body has lost the recipe book, the ability to handle just egg. And that's why when we have that, we can handle the eggs protein breakdown more efficiently. Therefore, there will be no uric acid. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So today, my friends, how can we find a sustainable lifestyle solution? All these things is going to be shown in our 12-week course. And how gut health actually helps lower inflammation. That's me, by the way. And that's me, by the way. How actually it lowers my inflammation and help me lose weight naturally. How we help a person that has hormonal dysfunction, PCOS, all these issues. How do we regulate back? How do we regulate back on skin issues? How do we regulate back on craving and food issues? How do we regulate back on immunity and autoimmune dysfunctions? So what do we need to learn? There are many things we need to learn in our environment, the way we exercise, the way we think, the way we handle emotions, the way we rest, the way we have nutrition, yes? Because all these things is to sustain me. Sustain me is what? Like sunshine. Before I continue, and this is my last few slides, my friends, how many of you here have more than 40 minutes of sunshine every day? Please raise your hand. 40 minutes. Not you're driving on your steering wheel, on your hands only, or the sun that shine on your side. You really go out and have a walk, at least for 40 minutes, no matter morning or night. Unable to raise it. You can, you do this, right? Then actually the icon, there's a reaction one. Okay. So yeah, those that do more than 40 minutes, I congratulate you, because you don't get by sunshine alone. Oops, sorry. There's this thing called vitamin D, right? And you know, every part of your skin has vitamin D receptors that can convert the sunlight into vitamin D for your body. And little did we know that even for Malaysian, we are also lacking of sunlight. That is helping us to not just strengthen bones. Vitamin D is not just to strengthen bones, but to boost immunity, to help our gut stay calm, not so easily agitated, and also to build back a very nice layer of our gut lining just by vitamin D alone. Imagine how important is vitamin D, whereby our skin, every part of our skin can generate vitamin D, but we don't go and get exposed. So all these small things about sunshine, about water, about sleep, about trust in divine power, about abstaining, about what to refrain yourself from, what kind of air to breathe, what kind of nutrition, what kind of moderation of junk food that I should take, or what are the exercise I should do, all these things that governs life. We're going to share it with you in the next 12 weeks. With this, all of this 7 beautiful people. Can you give all the coaches here a 999 or a round of applause icon, a clapping icon, a clapping icon? Because they are going to go through with you for the next 12 weeks to really give you an insight of how to take care of your health as a human being. Even as simple as a general human being. I always say, and my teacher always say, we are all adults. We don't need to be educated. We just need to be reminded. How many of you understand what I'm trying to say? Give me a yes. Right? All of us just need to be not educated, but reminded. Reminded all the time. Because we are so busy with life, sometimes we get forgotten many things. So, looking forward for all the topics, and these are the few topics that we're going to share. About, first thing, natural healing, not nature heals. Natural healing. What is naturopathy about? It's about how we have been living in an environment for few thousand years, but only the last 100 over years that industrial industry and urbanization causes us to lose many natural abilities. Second, it's about the roots of wellness. Helping or hurting your health. What is really helping? What is hurting? What are the small things like just now I mentioned? You're not even getting enough sunlight. We always drive to work. We find in order to get good parking, we go there very early before the sun come out. We go there already. Then we sleep in the car. Then we wake up, we go, we eat, we work. Then we don't get sunlight because some of the offices have no window one. How many of you know what I'm trying to say? Say I. Cannot say I lah. Give me an I. Okay. So, and just not getting enough sunlight already is hurting you. You don't know only. And that's why many people, they say I have depression, all these things. Do you know? Just exercise and sunlight can help a lot. Just exercise and sunlight already can help a lot on mood regulation. Do you know that? Number 3 is about hungry but not starving, the hidden hunger. What you like to eat, I know you like to eat, you sure have a lot on. But those that you are supposed to eat, you didn't eat, that is the problem. Right? We say miss 1 equal miss 100. Because you miss 1 already, the 100 element can come out. Okay? What is low on protein or low on power? Your body's quiet cries for strength. Wow, this is a very big topic also. I tell you, many of us are really, really lacking protein. And one more, number 5, the vitamin warning signs. Are you fueling or fooling your body? And I think that this is the part. Fooling yourself is so easy. I tell you, a lot of us, we lie to ourselves so much until we don't know what is true and it was fake already. You know? So we need to be aware. We have to find back the balance of what we can do once in a while and what we're supposed to do every day, right? And also the immune power unlock. Tap into your body's built-in defense system. Really. Your body don't want to die. Many people, they force their body until the very edge, until they're so tired, but the body still want to survive. How many of you understand what I'm trying to say? Give me a 777. Your body loves you so much, they don't want to die. But we are forcing every edge for them to die. You know? So your body and you, how can you work together to boost immune system? And second, and number 7, your body is inflamed. All of us, when your nutrition is not enough, inflame. When you see the toxic tofu, inflame. Today you get yelled by a dog, also inflame. Okay? Same thing. Many things, small things, but add up to be big thing. Yes or no? Then the last 2 topic is food as medicine. How can I use the plants as the food? Because God already made the plants there way before the dinosaurs. How many of you know the plants that I just now mentioned, artichoke, all these things, all exist sometimes during dinosaur time or even before dinosaur time. You know the mushrooms that you're supposed to take? How many of you in 1 week take more than 15 types of mushrooms? I take more than 15 types of mushrooms every week. The first question many people ask me, how to get 15 types of mushroom? Where you buy? See, when you don't even know where to buy, that's the issue already, you know what I mean? So today, and the last thing is the master of your health, the gut microbiome. This is the book 2 that I mentioned today, but more in detail. We have many fantastic speakers, but they are not going to speak, but in text format, okay? So you better make sure that you sign in and make sure you read every session to be a wellness CEO for your house. In your house, be the first one. And don't be the only one. Get more people to understand more, because everyone is important to take care of their own health. Yes or no? You want to be a gift, you don't like mushroom. That's the reason. Then we have to find alternative way how to consume the mushroom already. Okay? So my friends, look at this. If this is a healthy you, you're number one. You're number one now. And you have so many zeros behind your wealth lah, your car lah, your house lah, your wife lah. If you're a woman, then of course this is your husband lah, your children and others. If today unhealthy you lying on the bed, no one, don't have the one in front. All this zero got meaning or not? All these zero got meaning or not? No meaning, right? And that's why I say, we can have many problems in our life, but when health is a problem, we have only one problem. Yes or no? Right? And this is the reason why today we have to remind everyone, creating a community, a chat-based learning community, to remind that you are going to be the best gift for your family first, because you know the knowledge and you know how, and you have the awareness, and you're the first person that's going to do the right thing for the family. We might not be perfect, but we are getting there. That is the goal. Yes? So today, just to keep the session concise, I hope today we added some value to you. And of course, the next 12 lessons is going to be epic. So invite your friends and family to come and learn and share. And better still, how do you know when you know? Is when you know how to practice in your daily life. So I pass it back to Daniel and ask